While working in Dubai, I got called to coach a royal princess in her palace. And despite my qualifications and success, my very first thought was, why me? She could hire anybody in the world. Sound familiar? If you've caught yourself thinking, I'm not good enough in interviews, avoid applying for jobs, or maybe staying quiet in meetings, that's the imposter syndrome. It even affects relationships, making us question if we deserve that connection. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share my proven 3-step method that's helped thousands of clients silence that imposter voice for good. Whether you're facing job loss, feeling stuck, or know that you're meant for more, this approach works. Hi, I'm Dr. Amirah Hall, and for the past 2 decades, I've been an executive coach and energy psychologist. I've discovered how our invisible emotional patterns actually directly block our success. Today, I help professionals break free from these hidden barriers so that they can finally land their dream careers that they deserve. My approach is different because I work both with the logical mind and the unconscious mind. When you're struggling with that imposter syndrome, all the logical advice in the world won't help you if your energy field is programmed for self-doubt. That's why I teach my clients how to get grounded first and to silence that inner critic and then actually feel themselves in their desired leadership role, not just to visualize it. You know what fascinates me? The most qualified people often struggle with the most imposter syndrome. The higher you climb, the louder that voice becomes. I don't have enough experience. They're going to find out that I'm making it up as I go. Everyone else wants to know what they're doing but me. This shows up everywhere. Freezing during job interviews, talking yourself out of applying for positions that you're qualified for, or sabotaging your own promotion when it finally comes. If you found yourself second-guessing every answer in an interview or constantly feeling like you need just one more certification before you apply for that dream job, you're not alone. Brené Brown shares with us.
What I found in my research is that vulnerability is not weakness. In fact, I would argue that it's our greatest measure of courage. Vulnerability is about the willingness to show up and to be seen even when there are no guarantees.
This is precisely what makes the imposter syndrome so dangerous. It's not about feeling doubt. It's about how that doubt rewires your nervous system to create self-sabotaging patterns. Let me explain this neurologically. When you experience the imposter syndrome, your amygdala, that fear center in your brain, goes into overdrive. This triggers a cascade of stress hormones that literally shut down your prefrontal cortex, that part that's responsible for your executive function and your confident decision making. The traditional advice is just believe in yourself, push through it, or fake it till you make it. Doesn't work because it doesn't address the biological reaction. That's why we need to work at the energetic and neurological level to create lasting change. Let me tell you about Michael. He was a brilliant software engineer who came to me after being passed over for promotion 3 times in a row. Despite having more technical expertise than anyone on the team, he'd freeze in presentations and downplay his contributions in performance reviews. Michael had tried all the conventional strategies, workshops on executive presence, new suits, even memorizing his power poses. But in critical moments, that voice would return. They're gonna see through you. He was stuck in an energy pattern that no amount of external preparation could fix. Here's what Joe Dispenza has to say about that.
And how you think, how you act, and how you feel is called your personality. And your personality creates your personal reality. That's it. That's it. So the present personality who's sitting here today called you is created the present personal reality called your life. That's the truth.
If you want to create a new reality, you have to become someone else. You literally have to change your energy and become someone that you've never been before. That is exactly what Michael did. Using the energy psychology methods I'll share with you today, he identified the root cause of his imposter syndrome, a childhood belief that he was only valued for achievement, not for who he was. Within 2 months of us working together, Michael not only got the promotion, but he was asked to lead the company's most innovative project. The difference? He wasn't just acting confident, he was literally rewiring his nervous system to align with the leader that he truly was. What's remarkable is that people started treating him differently without him saying a word. It's because his energy field has transformed and others could feel it. They sensed it. Listen to what Simon Sinek says from his TED Talks.
People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
And what you do simply proves what you believe. Now, let me tell you about Jasmine. Unlike Michael, Jasmine had always been told that she was too much, too passionate, too outspoken, too ambitious. And as a marketing executive, she found herself constantly dimming her light just to fit in. Well, everyone told her to tone it down and to play the corporate game. Jasmine took a completely different approach. Instead of trying to fix her perceived weaknesses, she decided to tap into her authentic power that made her unique. Here's what Marianne Williamson has to say about personal power. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Through our work together, Jasmine discovered too muchness wasn't a liability, it was her untapped superpower. She learned how to redirect her energy authentically, creating a magnetic field that naturally attracted the right amazing opportunities. Within just weeks, clients began seeking her out specifically for her bold approach that previously had been criticized. The shift wasn't about fixing herself, it was about aligning with her true gifts. What's fascinating is that both Michael and used the very same 3-step framework, just calibrated it to their unique patterns. This is an experiential process none of us have learned in school, but it's one that you can master starting today. Let me break down the real-world approach that actually works. Step number 1, get centered. First, let's be honest. You need to shut off that overactive analytical mind that's spinning worst-case scenarios. Take a minute to get grounded. And that's a whole nother topic for another video. But I'm not talking about some woo-woo exercise here. I mean, literally reconnect with a part of yourself, that genuine part of yourself. Taking a few deep breaths and feel your feet on the ground and ask yourself, what's really true here? Getting clear and focused helps create that mental space to actually think straight instead of spiraling into that self-doubt. Step 2, own your energy. Next, we take control of how we manage our energy. Stop trying to please everyone. Setting healthy boundaries around you about what you will and you won't accept. Get honest with yourself and follow what's true for you, not what other people expect from you. And when you're in meetings and interviews, pay attention to when you start giving away your power. Are you dimming yourself to make others feel more comfortable? Because that's got to stop today. Your energy is valuable. Treat it that way. Step number 3, embody your leadership. Here's what most people miss completely, and you need to physically move differently. Don't just think about confidence. Stand up right now and move like a leader, like you want to be. How would you walk into the room? How would you gesture when you're making a point? Actually speak out loud with that tone and conviction of someone who really knows their worth. This isn't about fake it till you make it stuff. This is training your nervous system to remember this state when it matters. Here's what most experts won't tell you is that this is a process that most of us have never been taught. It's not like learning Excel or learning how to public speak. This is an experiential process, an experience that you need to be nudged and guided. You can't overcome the imposter syndrome using the same old analytical, intellectual mind that created the dysfunction in the first place. That's like trying to fix a broken mirror by looking into it. What we're really talking about here is a fundamental shift in the way you're being, your presence. It's about being grounded in a natural authority of who you are at the core level. This isn't about techniques or strategies. It's about a deep awareness of who you are and clarity about your intentions. So that when you walk into a room with this kind of presence, people feel it. They don't just hear your words and see your resume, they experience your vibes. This is the difference between someone who's respected versus someone who's truly just followed as a leader. And this is why people struggle for years with these same patterns. You simply cannot see how you're being and how you're creating your current reality. It's like trying to see your own blind spots while driving. It's impossible without the right mirror, right? That's why you need guidance from someone who can reflect back what you can't see in yourself. Someone who can show you exactly where you're giving away your power, often maybe in very subtle ways that you've been doing for so long, you kind of think it's normal. This is why working with someone who understands energy patterns is critical. They can interrupt that automatic response and show you what you've been missing. Dr. Bruce Lipton shares on the biology of belief.
Your thoughts are manifesting not just your interior life expression, but also your behavior that influences your life in the outside world.
The moment you change your perception is the moment you rewrite the chemistry of your body. I've watched this method transform thousands of careers, from first-time job seekers to C-suite executives. When you change your energy field, you change how others perceive you and respond to you, often without saying a word. So here's what I want you to do right now. I've opened my calendar for the next week, and I'm offering you a complimentary Imposter Syndrome breakthrough session. This is a real coaching call where we'll identify your specific energy blocks and create a personalized plan to overcome them. And these spots will fill up quickly, so click the link in the description and book your session today. If you're tired of playing small and you're ready to step into your full leadership potential and attract or have the career or the relationship you want, don't wait. The world needs your authentic leadership now more than ever. So go ahead and book your breakthrough session right now by just clicking the link in the description. This is more than just your career. It's about finally becoming the leader you were always meant to be. And if you found this information valuable, please like it and share the video with someone who you know might be encouraged. Your journey to authentic leadership starts today.